Alrighty, guys. Welcome to Thursday, uh, Jan 5. We're already 5 days into the new year. Thursday, Jan 5, 2023. Let's get it. I haven't taken a look at the market today, like most days. I am typically trying to just just get this whole thing going. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in to them charts. What's going on, Tiny? Grateful to see you here today. Welcome, Optimus. Welcome. What's up, Kevin? Good morning. All right. Oh, let's do this one. Pink. Okay, so market is I don't want to say crashing, but market is dropping down significantly from its highs yesterday. Yesterday we were tapping around 38.90. Today we're dropping all the way down to 38.23. I know it was jobs data today. Let's see. U.S. stocks slide in jobs data. Yeah, okay. So what was the result of that report? Short-term U.S. bond yields raised to 5%. Okay, so more of a bearish day so far. I think that this bearish day may continue for a bit. You can see that we're getting bounces off the lower band of the VWAP, but not breakouts. So there's bounce here, and bounce here, and then a bit of a crash here. Continuing to crash down, bounced up to that part of the VWAP, which was 38.50 again, which was a big resistance zone yesterday. If you guys remember, yesterday was really like challenging to give past 38.50 for a while, but then once it did, it ripped all the way up to 38.90s, 38.80s, and just kind of continued there all day. So I think that the game plan for the day is likely focused on scalps. We can see that what the hell was up with this candle? This was 35,000 contracts almost trading this 1 minute. You can see it's like it changed the entire view of the whole volume profile. It makes all these other ones look small, even though they're like kind of a lot. They're like 4,500, 2,000. What the hell happened here? Wow. 708. A moment in history. All right, so let's do some assessment of the moving averages. It's one of my favorite ways to start. First, we see that we've got some price levels right here. And another one. I'm going to say right there. And then we have another one right here along this 50 EMA. 50 EMA we can see has acted as resistance quite a few times. Man, look at that wick. That is the biggest wick. I would not have wanted to be in a trade right there. Okay. TTM kind of failing on this. Oh man, I didn't eat anything. Oops. Oh well. Okay, so taking a look at the moving averages, it's a little sideways and kind of choppy. But I can see that the 35 is diverging away from the 50 EMA. 50 is the green. The 35 is the dark blue. That divergence is giving us more of a downward pressure. We can also see that this is one area here. The 35 is actually crossing above the 26 simple, so that may begin to give us some upward pressure soon. This downward pressure, though, is minimal from here. What I'd really want to see is the 9 get above the 12. We do have a possible crossover inbound, and as far as the TTM goes, we've been somewhat flattening out on it. 2.3 to 2.3 to 1.8 to 1.3. So we are getting some momentum here. I'm not going to go for 12 ticks, but I may go for like 6. And we're at 4 contracts. Let's see. Let's look for an entry off of. I was going to try to get in 35.75, but it kind of moved past me a little faster than I expected. Okay, we did get in at 36.50. Knew I should have gone for getting in at 36. Going for 6 ticks on this one, which would be worth $300. And we're taking this off of this. Yeah, there we go. Nice start of the day. I love this strategy. Just because it's so accurate. Getting a possible crossover. 9 did cross above the 12. I'm going to wait for a pullback here to about 37.50. Let's see if I can get an entry off that. Actually, that's too far down for me to take that entry. I'm actually going to join the bid here. And I'm looking for my exit at 40. There we go, exit at 40, up $600 on the day. 2 trades in, probably only taking about just a couple of seconds here. We're already up $600. Pretty good. I'm happy about it. Kind of a textbook trade for my own strategy. By the way, I don't know anybody else who trades this strategy. This is just one that I personally developed. I've developed this myself. And really just, I don't know anyone who's using this strat. I know people that use TGM, but not in this way. I gotta make a video on this strategy. Like, just completely on this in and of itself, because it's super effective. So we're getting some resistance there at 40, and you can see that same sort of resistance has been in this area. We did have the price level that we put in. I'm more inclined to think this is going to move up to the volume weighted average price. I'm actually going to try and adjust this up to 12. Kind of missed that little pop there that I wanted. Maybe we can get in at 41 and look for a move up to 44. So we just got a cyan switch. We're moving on about 5,000, like 3,000 to 4,000 contracts per minute, which is really good volume. Good enough. Good enough volume for some momentum. Definitely some choppiness, but not too bad. Especially right now, it's kind of smoothing out. 9 is above the 12, which is actually, like, let's break into our moving averages here. 9 is above the 12, which is what we want to see for upward momentum. And then that's getting above the 35, which is, again, more confirmation of upward momentum. We did get the 1226 crossover. Again, that's part of that strategy. And it's if we get the 9 and the 12 above this 50 EMA, then we'll even have a better shot at an upward move. I do think I could have got a better entry on this, but not by too much. So I'm cool with my entry. I'm okay with it. This is looking really good for the moving averages. I want to see a little bit of the charts a little bit better of the volume here. We see a little bit of sell volume coming in. We've got that Mario candle forming there. So we'd be looking for a breakout after this candle. It may turn into a 3-minute pullback. I certainly hope it doesn't. I hope it's just a 1-minute pullback and then a pop off that. In order for this to get the momentum that we need in order to pop up to 44, which is what we're after, we need this to break over 42. And really just a new 1-minute candle to make a new high. Not this candle, but the next candle. So at 747, that's the candle that I'll be looking for. So in about 15 to 30 seconds, be looking for that pop. If it doesn't happen, then we may be entering a 3-minute pullback. And if that doesn't happen, then this breakout just won't work, and then we'll have to cut it. So I hope it's not a 3. I hope it's a 1. But it looks like we may be entering a 3. No, it's getting some buyers. Yeah, we're entering the 3-minute pullback. Speaking of 3, I'm gonna check this on the 3-minute chart. I'm still in this trade. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. So on 3-minute side, we actually just got a 1226 crossover in the 3-minute. That's really good sign for some upward momentum. What I don't like on the 3-minute is that the TTM has kind of worked its way down some, but I don't think that's gonna last. At least I hope not. We are pulling back more so than I want to see. Switching back to the 1-minute chart. So this was a 3-minute pullback. TTM still stacking to the upside, 1.8 to 2.4 to 2.8. We'll call it 2.9 because it's closer to that. To 3.35. So only a factor of 0.4. And we keep getting this possible crossover, the 5200. Where is the 200? It's above the... That's a long way off. So there's that 3 minutes. I definitely should have waited for the full 3-minute pullback. And I'm probably going to need to cut it and take the loss. We're past our risk level. So that's not good trading on my part. But I am holding this because I do kind of think this will break out, but this may reject this breakout entirely. I don't know why. I just like to sing along to this instrumental. 9 still above 12, but it's crossing below the 50 EMA. I don't like that. This is our last chance. If this candle doesn't get above where the 9 and 12 get back above the 50 EMA, I got to get out. TTM cooling, 2.9 to 2.9. That's not good. Up to 3.0, again, like 2.9 area. Not at all what we want to see. Next 3-minute candle is going to be at 51. And on the 3-minute candle side, we're actually falling down on the TTM. So I think I'm going to cut this trade. I'm more inclined to cut this than I am to keep it. Let's find an exit point. Two 2.9 to 3.1, 3.1. Just gonna cut it right here. Take that loss down 250 on the day. Definitely, I held that longer than I should have. Number one, but the reason why I did is because it's very common to see 3-minute pullbacks followed by a nice rip. And so I ended up cutting this basically because I don't think this is going to play out. And the reason why I'm saying that is on the 3-minute chart, I'm actually seeing descending support. 5-minute is a little bit different. 5-minute showing 2.9 to 1.9 to 1.0. So I think that we have to wait for the 5-minute break. Pulling back on the charts, and I just wanted to kind of assess this area here and just see how we've been stacking. The 5-minute chart has been stacking up nicely towards a move towards this upside. Take a long, try to I should have gotten in around 35, but I didn't. Got in at 35 and 3/4. Um, and I'm taking this long based off this TTM movement on the 5. Uh, and looking to move really kind of up towards the view app. Just trying something. This is why I don't trade the 5-minute chart very often. Really have a lot less experience on my entries and exits. How's everyone else doing out there? Yellow pause, red, green. Oh, wow, that was quite the drop. Gotta cut that. All right, down to 1250 on the day. So from being up 600 to being down 1250, I'm gonna be a little bit more cautious now with my trading. So I said at the very beginning, I thought the game plan was just to take scalps, and then really, I think I got sucked into this momentum move, and probably generated some overconfidence. You can see this area and this area and here are all sort of a support zone. I'm very hungry, and I think that may affect my trading today, especially because I have coffee. May need to grab like a slice of bread or something. All right, bearish movement continuing. Try to take that short. Just didn't get the entry. Okay, we made back $200. So down 1050 on the day. We'll get this back pretty quick, I think. 1.4, 2.7. All right, down 950 on the day. Definitely getting more movement to the downside. Some Mario candles inbound. Our low of the day is 23. 38, 23, 50. And we're currently at 29. I think we may end up holding around 30. Be looking for a red yellow move now at this point, just because we're like so close to that 30 zone. Let's see what kind of momentum we got when we went red from yellow. So this was at 725 to 726, and we were at the bottom of this was at 34, and that ran up to 36. I think sticking with 6 ticks is one of our best moves for any sort of momentum swing today. 2.7 to 3.5 to 4.0, still downward on the TTM, but beginning to flatten. It's a half a point, now 6 points, or 0.6 points. I knew I should have kept shorting. One sec, guys. BRB. I'm just gonna go grab something like a little slice of bread or something like that, just to satiate me. BRB. All right, we're back. Doji at the bottom, more selling pressure coming in. 5.9, 6.0, wait. 5.09 to 6.0, 7.0. There's a lot of downward pressure now. Still on the short side. slowly working our account back up from 6.0 to 7.0. That was like such a major momentum drop to 7.5. I think we may need to wait for the red to yellow now. This one went as low as 12.8, 13. When this one finally hit. And this one went as low as 7. Here's the red to yellow now. Okay, went from 7.5 to 7.3. So let's see, off of 28. Looking for an entry at 28, and I'm looking to get out at 29.50. There we go, out at 29.50. Watch for a little pullback on this one. Entered long at 29.25. From 7.1 to 6.5 on the TTM. Trying to get out at 30.75. I knew I could have got in at 29. Just needed to be a little bit more patient. 29 was my original intended exit or entry point, but we're only in one tick higher. So, all right, now down 500 on the day. Grinding our way back. 7.1 to 6.4 to 5.4. This is coming in with good momentum now. I'm gonna try and go for like 10 ticks. Probably missed that pop, but see if I can get in at 32 and look for an exit at that'll probably be too long for me to be in that trade. Resistance on the EMA 35, as expected, down 2 ticks. From 6.4 to 5.4, just looking good on the TTM side. Some selling pressure coming in on this candle. You can see it on the bulls bears, but also with this wick. So it's evidenced in 2 locations. Possible crossover inbound. 9 is still below 12, so can't count on that crossover. Not yet. Going for 10 ticks, which would be an exit at 34.50. So if we get a pop up to 35, then we should be okay. Our entry is 32, which I don't hate, but I don't love. I did like it for the original pop, but now this is falling back down. 5.3 to 4.7 on the TTM, movement of 0.6. We did grind our way back up to being negative 500. Our peak of the day is positive 600. So if this trade works out, we'll be back to flat on the day. 5.3 to 4.4 on the negative side, but working its way towards the positive side. Green hammer candle, doji really. Ended with the doji, and now we're getting a pop up. Watch out for resistance at the EMA 35. I may actually take the trade off at the EMA 35 right here and just take like $200 in profit. I did that just to secure the bag on it. I do think it's going to go up, but I wanted to take that profit now so that I can always get back in. 5.36 to 4.36 to now 3.4ish, 3.5. kind of glad I took that bag off, but I still think this is going to pop up after this down pop. I want to take a look at this on the 3-minute. I kind of wish I had more room to be able to just have like whole screens dedicated to this. So the 3-minute is actually switching to yellow on the TTM right now, as of 8:06, just 2 minutes ago. So in just about 1 minute, we'll have our next green, or our next 3-minute candle. We do have a lot of divergence on the 12 and the 26, which is evidence right here. However, be advised, possible pop to the upside inbound. Waiting on 8:09. We can see that we got a green dot here on the TTM 3, but we're fluctuating now between a red and yellow. Riding around 29, 30s. Few seconds. Okay, we did end yellow. That's what we wanted. 8.13. Now going to 7.7. So, looking for an entry here. Answer to 31. Switching to the 1-minute chart. Took that entry on the continued yellow momentum on the 3-minute side. This one ended 3.5 to 3.0 to now 2.2. I don't want to go for 10 ticks. I want to try and actually get out at on this EMA 35. So that would be up here at like 32.50. Actually, I'm going to put it 1 tick lower. I'm going to put it right at 32, actually. And just try and take 4 ticks on this. Got that trade. Now down $100 on the day. Working our way back up. Should have just kept the whole trade. Look at that. It is going to probably move with some momentum because we are seeing the breakout happen on both the 1 and the 3. We do have a possible crossover. The 9 did just cross above the 12. I'm going to take a little bit of a micro swing here, but I want my entry to be right around here. All right, so we got an entry right at 32. Not a bad entry. I'm looking to get out of 34.50. So we may see some resistance to 35, but along the EMA 35, we also may see some resistance. What I am also seeing is that the EMA 35 did just cross above the 26 simple. Again, that's one of our bullish indicators for a possible breakout. We also do have the TTM stacking toward the upside from 3.0 to 2.0 to 0.9. Now getting a cyan switch on kind of weaker momentum, but some. 9 is above the 12, which is what we want to see, and that's working its way towards the 1226 crossover. We may run into resistance at this EMA 50, so I think I'm actually going to get out $1 lower than my original exit point, which would be right at 33.50. So I'm looking for a pop up 33.50. Did we lose the music? It would seem decidedly so. Got that exit. Now back up being positive on the day, up $200. With fees, I'm not really sure if we're actually positive on the day. Let's find out. This is probably going to pop, so I'm going to try and do this fast. 4.36. So we are negative $26.72 when you factor in the fees. So we're technically down, but not bad. I'm sure we can come back on the next trade and put us back into positive territory. So it did reject at that EMA 50. Like I said, that was why I changed my exit point to that EMA 50, was because I figured it would come up, tap this, and then not pop past it. But 9 is still above 12. We're getting a 12.26 crossover on a cyan candle. So this was 0.9 to basically a flat to 0.8. 0.9 on the positive side. So I'm going to need to see this crossover actually happen and a little bit more momentum come into this TTM in order to be really interested and involved in getting involved with this. Just gonna zoom out. I do think this is gonna pop, just because I'm seeing it on the 1. I'm gonna check the 3, which is also getting its own pop inbound. You can see it right here, 8.1 to 7.5 to now 6.2 on the TTM3. What would be a good entry point here? Probably right around 32. Missed that up. It was there for a brief second. Missed that up. Man. I don't want to chase this, but I had like a very brief opportunity to get in, and it was so fast, and it just ripped on past. And I knew that it was going to do this. It really felt like it was going to do this, and it's running. But if you don't get the entry, you don't get the entry. It's because I took the time to assess the 3-minute chart, and because I took that time to assess that 3-minute chart, I missed the opportunity. So now we're gonna look for a pullback to around 35, maybe 34.50. Entered at 34.50 on kind of a heavy-ish pullback. Um, 0.9 to 1.8. 1.8 to, oh, for real? Man. Okay. TTM slowing on this. We're just coming up on 8:15. Just in about 5 seconds. I do have to assess the 3-minute chart to see whether or not this is a worthwhile trade. Right now, it's not looking good. 8.1 to 7.5 to 6.4. 7.5, so that's 1.1. Just need to be 8:15, which is in about 5 seconds. So this one ended 7.5 to 6.3 to 5.4. So 0.9 move on the upside. We did get a doji on that one. And when this came up and popped, it popped up through the EMA 35 on the 3-minute chart. I definitely could have got a much better entry on this, but I didn't expect the pullback to be as heavy as it was. I'm going to try to get out of 35. I just don't like this trade. I feel confident that this is going to pop upward, but we're kind of all over the board with this, and that choppiness it's not a good look. Cutting it. Back down $400 on the day. Is what it is. Whoops. Where is my... There we are. All right. Still no trades yet. Looking for long. Once my 9 EMA is crossed above my price. By the way, guys, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. We've been streaming out for about 45 minutes, and I love and appreciate each and every one of you that has shown up today. We've been green today. We've been red today. We've been green again. We've been red again. So there we are. So we bake this bread, and we bake it a couple times a week. It's really good when it's heated, but when I take it out of the fridge, it's like, it's almost like really crummy and almost chalky. It's delicious when it's heated up. I wonder if there's a way I can make it a little bit more cakey, soft, like a Starbucks thing. Tiny, we homemade. Yeah, I love bread. I'm like homemade bread. I don't love store-bought bread much. I used to like it, but when I compare like Like the homemade bread, it just like it satiates you so much more. Like I could eat like some of the homemade stuff and then be like full for like 3 hours. Um, but with the store bought stuff, I'll eat the same amount and be hungry in 10 minutes. Yeah, yeah. I actually try not to eat the whole loaf at once myself. Um, it's honestly it's kind of challenging to eat that much at once because the bread that we make is like really hearty, if you will. We're still stacking on the TTM3, but it's slower now. 5.4 to 4.8. So we're moving at about like I don't know, half a point, 0.6. But yeah, the bread that we make is like really hearty. I haven't been making it long enough to start really experimenting with it. But it's actually my son that puts together all the ingredients for us. It's a really simple recipe, but he just puts together the ingredients like flour and like baking soda or something, and some water. It's like really, really and activated yeast. But it's like really simple recipe, and he just kind of measures out the ingredients, proofs it, and then we all bake it together. And he just does it like after school. It's something that we started getting him in the habit of doing, just because he loves bread. Like he really that was his first food he ever ate, and he's loved it his whole life. And so we're like, yo, if you want bread all the time, I'm not about to pay like $8-9 a roll or a loaf, whatever, at the store. So why don't we start making it? And so we started making it, and he proofs it a couple times a week, and then we just cook it, just bake it up. So, but we haven't really gotten to the point to where we're gonna start like experimenting with it. Hopefully, we'll get there soon, but we're not there yet. 5.4 to 4.9 on the TTM3. Still a lot of resistance up there. Eggs will help make it more dense. Yeah, I think a lot of people's innards don't like flour and like other wheat based products. Ooh, I like this new banner. That looks nice. I think a lot of people like can't really handle like wheat products and stuff like that. I'm actually technically allergic to wheat, which is kind of funny. But there's not a lot of flour options that I can have. Like there's like almond flour and all these other like nut flours, and that stuff will just send me to the hospital. So, so now I'm hungry. So that stuff will just send me to the hospital. There's not a lot of options. There's oat flour, I guess. That's probably like probably the best for my body. Um, but I've never tried it, and I'm worried it'll just come out taste like oatmeal. Mark is not doing much. Very sideways, especially for how much volume there is. What's up with this? Sometimes these charts just get like stuck. Pretty heavy downturn there. We did have support here, so we may get it again, but it's looking more like a move to the downside, like a continued move. I might short off if there's like a little pop up, maybe to like 28. See if I can get a short off 28 or an entry even. Mm. Damn. Couldn't get an entry that high. I just hit sell market. I tried to get an entry several times on that doji candle and just couldn't get it. Did make back $200 on that short. Made 100 back on that. So down 100 on the day. I guess I could have kept the full trade. That would have put me back to flat. Back up 50 on the day with fees. I'm probably, well, I know I'm negative with fees. Oh, wow. So definitely focused on going short today. And I think that, like, I really just need to more or less choose a bias for the day. I want to become a little bit more ambidextrous in my trades and just bias flexible, if you will. 3.0 to 4.1 to 4.7 on the TTM on the red side. So stacking towards momentum towards the downside, but obviously getting a pop off the low. What happened last time it made that low? It was back here. So it made that low right here and then ended up popping off that. Green on the gross P&L, but red on the net. $4.1 to 4.7, now to 5.4. Going to come down and test these lows yet again. We may push past it, right at it, like at the exact number of the low. 4.7 to 5.5. Still stacking momentum on the down. Today, I think I'm just gonna ride the waves. That's my plan. I'm going to ride the waves to the downside. I'm going to ride the waves to the upside. That's it. That's the whole plan. And I'm just going to follow the TTM today. I'm not even really going to bother too much with the moving averages. I'll still use them, but that's not going to be the crux of my plan today. 4.1. I don't even know if I used that word correctly. Crux? I don't know. 4.7 to 5.1 to 5.5. There's those little pop up off that low. That was so hard for me to say. Pops up, pops up. Popping up 27 from 22.5. Coming up, hitting resistance after 26. Or sorry, the 12. 5.1 to 5.3. Possible red yellow inbound. In which case, I'm going to go for probably 6 ticks. And I'll wait for that yellow to form. I'm not going to get in before that. Or possibly an entry off of 25. I'd be okay with an entry on 25 if it comes down that low. I don't think it will. It didn't even come down that low on this candle. Try at 26. Entered at 26, looking for an exit at 27.50. Which would work out just fine if we get the red-yellow switch. Which looks very close. We went from 5.18 to 5.23 to 5.46. So very close on the red-yellow switch. We'll see if it happens. If not, we'll cut quick. $5.2 to 5.4. Almost flat on that move. Wow, we were so close to that. Okay, gonna get out. Just look for a 2 tick up. Ooh. I had it up. To get out with profit. I do think it's gonna pop red yellow. There we go. We got out with that little bit of profit. I'm gonna pull this chart back a little bit. I think I got a little too zoomed in there. All right, that's a little bit better view. Join the bid here at 27.50. Look for a move up to 28.50, maybe 29. A possible crossover inbound 5.14 to 5.0. It's not any kind of momentum to bank on at all. I'm going to reduce this trade to just like a 2 ticker. Got that up to 50 on the day with fees probably in the red. Let's find out. 36 times 4.36. So yeah, 331.36 minus our 250. So we're down 81 bucks. I was going to say look for an entry off of 27, but it kind of dipped down and popped right back up. So I really want to see the 9 get above the 12 now for long. I'm focused solely on scalping. No momentum trades. This went from 5.14 to 4.73 to now 4.3. Join the bid here. Got in later than I wanted to. I really wanted to get in right before that pop just happened. I wasn't fast enough. My brain said do it, and then I was like, okay, click. And then it was just a little late. Trying to get out of 29, which we did. Now up $400 on the day. Here's that pop. This was the pop that we were expecting right over here. And they're popping up past 30. It resistance along the EMA 50 and the EMA 35. 4.7 to 3.9 to now 3.2. Watch for a pullback to about the 9 EMA, which is right around $28. Seems like a reasonable entry point here. Oh, dude, it literally touched 28 and didn't fill me. Got in at 28 and a quarter, looking to get out of 29. There we go, out of 29, up 550 on the day. I'm just focused on these scalps, taking 3 ticks at a time. Really just staying focused there. Gonna ride these waves and just stay very super focused on on that. I wonder if we could take 5 contracts. 3.9 to 3.2, pulling back down to 29. Is the 9 above the 12? It's kind of like right at it. Yeah, I can't. Still need to. Still trading on 4 contracts. That's okay. Probably better that we didn't get filled, but. Taking an entry off 28.50 and look for a move just up to 29 and a quarter. TTM looking like 3.9 to 3.16 to 2.3. I'm gonna reduce this trade to 29. Try and get out with 2 ticks instead of 3. From 3.1 to 2.3 on the TTM, yellow. May have to cut this trade. I'm out. Lost $100 on that one. Not bad. Up 450 on the day. 88 contracts traded. So that's 88 times 4.36, and that equals 383.68 minus our 450. So we're up $66.32. Tiny micro profit, but something. 2.4 over to 1.7 on the TTM. Looking to take an entry off of 28. Enter to 28. We'll look to get out at the 26 SMA. I'm going to actually get out 1 tick below that. So 28.75 is my intended exit point, which would be worth $150, which would make us back, what we lost and put us back at our peak of the day of 600. But you know what? We're actually falling back down. I honestly should have anticipated this. I'm a little upset with myself that I didn't anticipate this move, because basically it's been green for so long that we needed these pullbacks anyway. Putting this just 1 tick up, see if I can get out with profit, because we've hit it a couple of times. There we go. Out with profit. Back up $500 in the day. Our peak of the day is $600, but when we were up 600, it was off of 2 trades and significantly less in fees. Oh, it actually did come up and hit our trade level, and there it goes. Got out too early on that. Should have stayed focused on my exit point. I'm going to assess this on the 3 and the 5-minute chart. I hope it doesn't pop without me, but it's very close to that pop. So 3-minute chart, fluctuating around, went from 6.2 to 5.7 to 5.0 to 4.8, so almost no move there, to 4.0, so that's looking good. That was at 8:36. That's our brand new candle. Looking to get an entry off of 31 for a pop up towards 32. Okay, we got that. Now up 650 on the day. Finally got a new peak of the day. Clearly changing my strategy, or I should say my sentiment? I don't know. Yeah, my sentiment on the day, to be more focused on just scalping and riding the TCM waves, I think was by far the better move. Since we've made that decision, we've had significantly better results. On the 5-minute chart, we're still stacking to the low side of the TTM. Getting to jump in, checking in the comments. It's been a minute since I hung out with y'all. What do I think about what? US 30 TMR? I don't know what that is, Jack. I wish I did, but I don't. Yeah, we did break that low. That's too bad. There were so many comments that I missed. I've just been so focused on getting back into green. Trading on live stream actually, Tiny, like this is actually really cool. This is one thing is I find really cool about trading on live stream. Um, Before I traded on live stream, I would do a lot of this stuff in my head and not narrate it. And as I started trading on live, I started narrating my moves, because that's kind of the whole point, right? And in doing so, I really started learning a lot more about trading. Like I understood significantly more than what I thought I understood already in my own head, if that makes sense. There was this old adage back in my days of digital entrepreneurship, where it was learn, then do, then teach. And it really, really, really helps because at the time when I was learning marketing and I was teaching other marketers, before I started teaching other marketers, I had already learned a lot of this stuff, and then I implemented a lot of it into my own business. But then when I actually taught other people and they had questions, I surprised myself in a lot of the answers. And I was like, oh wow, I actually know this content. I know this material. And it changed my whole perspective, my whole reality on learning skill sets. It really altered really my whole life path off of learning skill sets. And now I just learn as many skill sets as I possibly can. I implement them, I do them, and then a lot of times I teach other people. Whether that is, teaching my son or teaching my wife, or teaching in a public forum like this, where I teach a family member or something like that. So I really took to heart this learn, do, teach model because it changed my whole reality. It altered the entire course of my life, and I had kind of forgotten it until I started doing this stream. And when I did, my trading became substantially better, like heads and tails above what I had been doing for the 2.5 years prior to doing the stream. So I've been trading now for about 3 years. I started in May. I can't remember if it was 2020 or 2019, but I think it was 2020 when I actually started trading and not just investing. So in investing, my investments were more like in blue chip type stuff, and it was very minimal. I had done some trading in cryptocurrency over the years. I started trading crypto. I bought my first Bitcoin in 2013 for like $900, and I wish that I had held it. I've sold several Bitcoin over the years, and I had obviously wished that I had just held them all, but we are getting a little bit of a breakout here, 1.6 to 1.8. It's too minor for me to take it on the TTM side, but it does look good on the chart. But yeah, so I'd done some crypto trading and had some good results there, but I did eventually end up losing more than I made. So, but I did learn a lot from that experience. Not at all the same. I should have taken that trade. 1.6 to what became 2.0 to now 2.7 on the TTM. This may pull back off this level right here, off that. That's like right at our resistance zone that we drew. So I may be looking for a pullback now to about 31, and a subsequent entry off of that, if I can find it, if I can get it. But yeah, so I learned a lot from trading crypto, a lot about what not to do, and a little bit about what to do. But crypto is a totally different animal than trading stocks or futures. I've never traded options before, but I say crypto is a totally different animal because because the prices are not the same everywhere you go. So like if you go to one exchange, it might be 16,000 for a Bitcoin, and the next exchange over it's 16,100 for a Bitcoin. And so because there's that price variance, you can capitalize an arbitrage off of those prices. And I did a lot of arbitrage trading at that time. Okay, we did get that trade. It was worth $100. Um, so now up $800 in the day. Did pop up at 32. Should have kept my original trade, but you know, it looked like because of this doji drop here, I basically was like, I want to get out with some profit. But yeah, so crypto is a totally different animal because I could basically buy on Coinbase and sell on Bittrex or something like that because the price variance, and in the process make the difference between the coin. Um, and you don't have that same opportunity here. It's a totally different strategy. Uh, Although I could utilize these strategies in trading crypto now, but at that time it was a different way of trading. Uh, Essentially, I would scan on like 6 different exchanges at once, have money in all of them, and then buy on the low one and sell on the high one, and make the difference. It's kind of it's a bit of a convoluted process, and you can't transfer money back and forth because in the time frame that you're waiting for the transaction to finalize, the price will have likely corrected. So you basically need to hold money in multiple exchanges, and it's much more challenging, in my opinion. 2.8 to 3.2 on the TTM, getting a little bit of a slowdown. I may look for a pullback to about the 9 EMA, which is right around 30.5. I don't know if it'll pull back that far. We are getting what looks to be a trend reversal. We did have some other opportunities like this earlier, but I will say that the 200 simple is now below the VWAP, and earlier it was above. So it is working its way down towards the 50, which is what we want to see. There's that breakout that I mentioned. Look for an entry off of 34. I'm gonna edit my entry point to 34.50. Enter to 34.50. Looks like I could have got that 34 entry that I wanted. Boom, 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 boom. I want this to be a hammer candle with a rip up towards the 200 simple. Definitely could have got that 34 entry. But even that doesn't look like it's a great move. Yeah, I'm going to cut this trade. So I'm cutting this trade basically because I can see the TTM is slowing down off this momentum move. I'm out. Now up 550 on the day, so we lost 250 on that one. We do have a few people hanging out, so please like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. It really does help this community grow, and you guys can be a part of that. We would also love to have you guys in our Discord community where we do talk a lot about trading, futures, crypto, options, forex, entrepreneurship, philosophy, you name it. We're talking about it. If it improves your life, that's what we're talking about. Um, just gonna check in with these comments. Um, yeah, exactly. It does clarify things when you think, and like when you're able to speak out your thoughts. It does kind of help you clarify things. That's my goal, to teach my friends and family the basics of trading. I want them not to make the same mistakes. Yeah. Uh, And I think that like this right here, where you said that you're not good at teaching, this is a skill that only comes from experience. Like it only comes from trying it. I actually was kind of I was so bad at teaching people, mainly because I lack patience. Um, and sometimes even empathy. I would lack patience. Sometimes I would lack empathy, and then I would be like, like explain something to somebody, and they would resist, and then like they'd be like, "No, it's not that way," and I'm like, "Look, I got experience here. Like here's my results. Like dude, it is this way. Like give it a try. You can do it too." And I get a lot of pushback on that, and so I came to learn that the student is not always ready for the teacher that they have. So the both the teacher need to be ready and willing, and the student needs to be ready and willing. The student needs to be ready and open and have an open mind to be able to hear different perspectives. And the teacher needs to be open to the idea that maybe they're not the right teacher for that person. Um, and that was a really hard thing for me to be able to digest and understand. Uh, so the older I got, or the more experience I got with it, the more I understood it. Only 3 years. No, I was not. I wasn't on John's stream back in 2018. It was started in 2020. Options seem kind of almost confusing to me, and as such, I don't see the reason for me to go to options when I can trade futures. I'm not dissing options or anything like that. It's just to me they're kind of confusing. Um, I know other people that are really good at it, but I just it's just not as straightforward to me. So getting switching back towards like you can see this breakout kind of failed and just sort of like lagged out here. It's kind of falling down now some on the TTM. 3.9 to 3.7, pulling back. Switching back over to our 3 ticker. And I may take a short off of right here, actually. There we go. Got that short up $700 on the day. Our peak of the day was 800. Kind of a challenging trade day. We've taken way more trades than we normally do, which has really pushed the fees up pretty substantially. So 470.88 in fees, and whoops. So we're up 229.12 on the day net. Again, guys, this is paper trading. I'll get back to the evaluation soon, but I am kind of waiting on that one. I'm trying to refine my short skills and also refine the ability to be able to know when to swing, know when to scalp, as well as ride the TTM waves on scalp days. And then, swing for the fences on the TTM momentum days. So today is a TTM scalp day. It's a ride the wave, just scalp in the direction it's going. That's what I'm about today. This possible crossover the 5200. I think I need to adjust the rating on this. I don't even know how I'd do that, but I guess I would go into the studies and look at, this is the 826 and then possible crossover 5200. Drop this to 40 and drop this to, no, keep that at 200. Okay. All right, so now now we won't get that notification until we get closer to 40, closer to the actual crossover, so that we're not anticipating it for so long. On the 3-minute side, we did get the cyan switch. Not good numbers on it though, 0.9 to 1.3. But we do have a possible crossover inbound, which is evidenced here with the 9 above the 12, and the 12 working its way towards the 26 simple. We are approaching the top of the hour here at 9 o'clock. We're just about 6 minutes away from the top of the hour. We may get some rippage at the top of the hour in either direction. I'm not in a position to say that it'll definitely go up or definitely go down. I'm undecided on it. So, but just know that 9 o'clock, or I should say the top of the hour, is typically a high volume time frame. So it's really just about the volume, and that volume will likely, will determine whatever the direction is at that time. We came up on the 3-minute chart. We hit resistance at the 3-minute or the EMA 35. In all reality, that one loss that I took here that was about $250 was completely unnecessary. Had I just looked at the 3-minute chart, I would have seen that the resistance here is at EMA 35, and I could have avoided it entirely. Checking out the 5-minute chart. 5-minute did switch on TCM red to yellow, 9.5 to 8.9 to 7.6, and then 6.5 in the current candle. We just got a new one to 5.6. So 6.5 to 5.6. So they just flipped over. So on the 5-minute side, we are slowly trending up on the TCM, and that slow momentum build may give us a push at 9 o'clock or maybe 9:05. Sometimes we see at the top of the hour of things, we see the volume begin to increase, or we'll see like a big volume push, but not a big move until a couple minutes after. So sometimes that happens. So I think for to get really bullish on this, I would really want to see the 9 cross above the 12 on the 5-minute chart. That would be awesome for some bullish moves. 6.5 to 5.6 is not bad. It's a 0.9 move. And we'll see what happens at 9 o'clock. Also, guys, if you want to earn funding in the futures market, make sure you check out Elite Trader Funding. These guys are great. I've been really happy with them as a company. They're really, really good in terms of customer service. They work really hard to be transparent and answer questions in the Discord group, which is really awesome of them. You can get funded as low as 10K evaluation and all the way up to 300,000. So you literally could trade with the equity of an entire house. They also have some new plans that they've added, like 150K static evaluation, which they did not have when I first signed up with these guys. This is actually really cool. If you like static evaluations, this allows you a maximum drawdown of $1,250. What I really like about static evals is that you don't need to follow a trailing max drawdown at all. Basically, if you lose more than $1,250, you fail. The end. But anything you make above that, or if you lose 800 or something like that, you're not going to fail. As opposed to like a trailing max drawdown, you may make 1,000 and then lose 800. Well, you'd think that you'd be up 200, but because of that trailing max drawdown, it's going to affect your overall drawdown. And so the static evals are much more straightforward. I think the 150K, like if I could switch my account, I have 100K static eval now, and then if I could, I would switch to the 150. And the reason why is because it allows me 4 contracts of the ES, or 4 contracts of the mini and 40 micros. With a profit target of 4,000, I wouldn't mind the additional profit target uh, above the 2,000. But I would like the additional drawdown as well as the ability to take more contracts. The ability to take more contracts really allows you the ability to be able to move faster. So that's one thing I really like about this. This is a new plan that they began offering very recently. There is a link in the description, guys, where you can, if you use that link and the promo code JSBEST, they'll actually lock in a lifetime discount on here. Personally, I'm working on the 50K evaluation, which allows me 8 contracts in the mini profit target of 3,000 and a $2,000 trailing max drawdown. Just make sure that whatever plan you guys choose, and they do, by the way, they have their own style. They have one-step evaluations, as opposed to a lot of places have 2. They also have these other ones that are called fast track, which is also a non-traditional account type. And then they do have the traditional account type that you find at most prop firms out there, which is the end of the day drawdown evaluations. This is the more traditional style. Just make sure that whatever plan style you choose, you click the see more details link so that you can understand all the rules and regulations for that particular plan and that particular evaluation. So like I said, I'm working on the 50K one-step evaluation and the 100K static evaluation. And personally, I like the statics and I like the one steps. Those are my favorites. A lot of people really like these fast tracks because they're very inexpensive. You get 100K for $75. But this one, you do have a maximum of 14 calendar days. So you have to pass this within 2 weeks. So you have to really trade and swing momentum on these ones. So I really like the one steps because it allows me to go at my own pace. Make sure you guys check them out. Link in the description and a promo code there to lock in a lifetime discount on that, guys. Yeah, I think the static one, like I'm really happy that I went with that one for my initial one. I've been very happy. I took the 50K because I noticed that sometimes I'll end up with like larger drawdowns than I would normally expect and I work my way out of. Like what happened today in trading. But yeah, I totally agree with that, Tiny. That's why like I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the fast tracks, but it's not my style. I want to be able to gradually like build up my account. Uh so to me, like that seems like then I don't have that like extra stress. You know what I mean? Also, guys, we do have an awesome Discord community. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there is a link in the description. It's also joelstraight.com/Discord if you just want to type it in. But we do have an awesome community there. Tiny's in there. She shares her trades, and we all kind of share what went right, what went wrong about our trades. We take the time to reflect on that stuff. We have those conversations. I think that's really helpful in order to be able to actually like become better traders. But we talk about more than just trading. We also talk about entrepreneurship too, and philosophy. I speak that stuff because I personally like really believe in the idea that entrepreneurship is really one of the only ways out of the poverty trap in life. And so I really try and just say, hey, you know what? There's a lot of opportunity here. We're getting really close to a red yellow switch. There it is. I'm gonna switch this over to like 6 ticks and see if I can get an entry here off of maybe 30. I don't think it's gonna happen. Just gonna join the bid. There we go. Up $1,000 on the day. We did get 6 ticks on that one. $1,000 before fees. Getting pullback now. And join the bid here. Join the bid off that pullback. Look for another 6 tick pop up to 33. 3.39 to 3.17 on the TTM. How much time we got left in this candle? Another like few seconds. So new candle inbound. I don't like that we're opening red, but 3.13 to 2.7. Gonna drop this for like a 2 tick. See if we can get out. Switching out of 1 tick. All right, got out with 1 tick. Up 10.50 on the day. Looks like I could have got out with a little bit more, but you know, essentially that pullback there and the time it took to pop, I didn't want to wait for it. Had too many like flushes today, so up 10.50. Did get a really nice pop on this. I could see the build happen. Excuse me. I can see the build happening right there. 3.13 to 2.7 on the TTM yellow. Got a possible crossover the 26 SMA as well as the 5200. Then the 5200 crossover, if you remember, we edited that to be a little bit more accurate. And so I think that is, we do have this opportunity now. I'm going to put this up at like 8 ticks. And where do I want to enter? Try to enter off at 3150. I don't think that's going to happen. Join the bid at 32 and a quarter. And I'm looking to get out at 34 and a quarter. 2.5 to 2.0 on the TTM. I think we may come up eventually and test this 200 moving average. When this pop happens, so you guys remember I said 9 o'clock and I said it may take a couple minutes after 9. It's usually 9 to like 9:15 that we get this pop. Movement of 2.5 to 1.9 down to 1.1 on the TTM. So working on a cyan switch. 9 is above 12, and 9 and 12 are above 35, and the 5200 moving average, or sorry, 50 moving average. But we do need the 12 to get above the 26. Down 2 ticks now in this trade. Our entry is 32.50, and we're pulling back more than I want to. Now down like 6 ticks. 1.9 to 1.3. New candle inbound. This candle needs a lot of buying pressure. .3 to 0.8, moving a half a point. It's not enough. Need more buying pressure in this candle. There we go. Buyers stepping in. That's what we want to see. Gotta break over this. Super close to that sell. I'm out. Made 200 on that one. Oh man, there it was. I got out because of that drop. Just trying to lock in profits, you know. This is definitely looking significantly better than the previous breakouts that we've had earlier. And the reason why is because the 200 simple moving average has been steadily working its way downward. Almost like climbing downward. But it's, I guess that would work. But it's been steadily working its way downward. And that was a big pullback on that. Like a lot of sell pressure came in right there. And then immediately popped right after. This is looking nice. May run into resistance here. I'm going to check the 3-minute chart. See if we're going to run into resistance at like the EMA 35 or something. Okay, so we did break above the EMA 35 on the 3-minute chart. Now we're going to run into resistance likely at the 50 EMA, which is right around 35, which makes a lot of sense. 0.8 to 1.6 on the TTM3. View app is at 44. I was gonna try and enter off of like 34 and like 3/4 or something. There was the resistance right there at the 200 simple moving average, like I mentioned. Literally came up and tapped it. TTM now from 0.1 to 1.0. Watch for a pullback. Maybe down to 33.50. Maybe I'll put this at 33.75. So I'm looking to get an entry about 3 ticks lower than where we're at. More sellers stepping in. You can see right here on the Bulls Bears. There's the buyers. I'm going to cut that trade. I'm going to look to scalp this. Join the bid here at 35.25. Got out. Just taking 3 ticks. Scalps up 1,400 now on the day. Join the bid there. Missed the entry that I wanted, but it's okay. And another 100, up 1,500 on the day. Running resistance at that 200 simple, which was to be expected. 9 is above the 12. We got that 26 crossover. 35 crossed above the 50. That's very much what we want to see for a bullish move. We do have a doji here at the top, so you know, a little period of indecision. We may get some pullback here to like maybe the 9 EMA, which is right around 33.25, 33.5. So we'll see if that happens. Maybe there's possible crossover the 50-200. I like this edit that I made on this. I think that I may even edit it again and make it be a little bit more accurate. I think we can actually let's make that a little bit more accurate. So we're gonna switch this down to 35 on the EMA period and apply. Okay. This is a really cool think script that I got from a fellow trader by the name of Trade Archer. I got it years ago, and I really like it. It's just this little think script that just gives me this display that says possible crossover. I can make it say whatever I want it to say, but it gives me the ability to measure possible crossovers that are inbound. I really like it. In the 1 minute, we pulled back heavy on that candle. I actually thought about taking a short off that doji. This is why I didn't take the entry here, was because I was worried that there might be a pullback. And like I said, a pullback to the 9 EMA. It actually went further, pulled all the way back to the 50 EMA, and then popped back up off that. TTM looking like 2.1 to 2.6 to 2.7. So slow down on that. And a little bit of a move down. Just gonna check in with y'all. See how's everyone doing. If you guys are hanging out, please like, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. Help this community grow. Last I checked, we were very close to 250 subscribers. I would love to be able to hit that someday soon, if not today. That'd be awesome. If you guys are hanging out and you are not subscribed, please subscribe and get us up to 250. We're at 248. So we need just two subscribers. For just 2 subscribers a day, you can help a fellow YouTube creator reach his goal of 250 subscribers. The favorite tune that we have. Me saying accurate? How did I say accurate? Dude, what did I say? Was it like accurate or something? Okay, pulling back. Excuse me. Up 1,500 on the day. We turned a hard day into something of value. I think that was because we really changed our approach to trading on the day. We did have a lot more trades than I think that we would normally take. We had $558 in fees, minus our 1,500. So we did come out 941.92 positive on the day. Uh, but I certainly think that I could have done better if I had recognized that if I had recognized that I should have been scalping today instead of swinging. One, two, three, four. So we're on a 5-minute pullback now. Got this possible crossover, this 5,200 on the way. Okay, so what I'm going to look for next, and you can actually see on the 3-minute chart that there was resistance along here at the 50 EMA on the 3. But what I'm going to look for now is I'm going to look for the 9 and 12 on the 3-minute chart to cross above the EMA 35, which may not happen until around 9:30. This looks like it needs some time to build. And check it on the 5. Boom, 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 boom. TTM on the 5-minute chart looking like 4.9 to 3.2 to 2.5 to 1.8 on the current candle. Next one's going to be at 9:20. So we just got this one, 2.6 basically to 1.8.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Siri didn't get it. She wants to try again. Let's see. So on the 5-minute chart, be looking for the 9 to cross above the 12. Would be the next thing I'd be looking for on the 5. Eventually, I'd like to see the 12 and 26 crossover and a cyan switch on the 5. I don't think we're going to get that till about 9:30, which I'm going to have to shut down the stream before then. Yeah, Siri trying to trade up in here. I didn't get that entry point. Could you try to enter again? So yeah, guys. Just sum it all up. Pretty decent day. I think it was a pretty choppy day, and I think it was kind of challenging to trade. But once I sat back and kind of just chilled and just rode the wave, and just kind of surfed on the TTM's ups and downs, and focused on scalping instead of taking swings or momentum trades. I think the day got a heck of a lot better. Obviously, we were up 600 off of our first 2 trades, but then we subsequently worked our way down, and I forgot what our low of the day was. I think it was 800 was our low of the day. No, it was actually 1250. So we were down 1250 on the day. We worked our way back up to $1,500 in gross profit, 940 in net. On paper trading. We'll get back to the evaluations soon, but probably in another week or so we'll get back to the eval.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
I don't know why that keeps happening. But yeah, guys. So number one, make sure you join our Discord group. Our Discord community is there to help you guys trade. It's there to help you guys with anything, really, philosophy. You're having a hard time, just want somebody to talk to, join the Discord community. If you're trying to earn funding in the futures market, check out Elite Trader Funding. You guys are awesome. Right here. We can earn funding as low as 10K all the way up to 300K. So awesome stuff there. And, you know, that's it. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I love and appreciate all you optimists. And I want to thank everybody who hung out with us today and all the comments in the chat and all that stuff. Like, it really does make this whole thing be significantly more fun. And I'm about to post my results in the Discord community along with my reflection on my trades on the day. And I hope to see you guys in there. Thank you very much, each and every one of you, for showing up. I love and appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow at 7:30 Pacific time, 10:30 market time. Much love and appreciation, and peace out, y'all.